I love trading card games. I've played Pokemon and Magic since I was a kid, but I think it's impossible to deny the similarities between opening booster packs and gambling. Definitions of gambling vary depending on where you live, but most places accept gambling as activities that include three main points: a prize of money or something of value, offered or won, a person paying or staking money or valuables to participate, and an outcome involving chance, even if influenced by skill. Now, I'm no expert, but that sounds like a certain pack cracking experience to me. And just to be clear, I've got no problem with gambling. I'm very pro-freedom, and I think adults should be able to do whatever they want as long as it doesn't affect other people. When I start to see issues though is when gambling-esque activities are marketed and sold to children, and I gotta say, one classic tagline comes to mind. In 1996 in Japan, the Pokemon video game release, initially called Pocket Monsters, followed shortly after by the card games, and from the get-go, it was obvious collecting all the Pokemon was the goal, and you couldn't go out and buy them individually. The only way to get them all was by buying booster packs and hopefully getting the cards you didn't already have, which encouraged trading or buying cards from third-party distributors, though I don't know if there was much of a resale market in 1996, but catching them all was already extremely difficult. Fast forward to 2025 and Pokemon is still one of the biggest trading card games out there. Now, with additional rarities and alternate artworks of cards making getting anywhere near collecting all of them for a single set almost impossible. To give a little context, these are the pull rates of the rarest types of cards from the newest set while writing this. As you can see from these insane pull rates, the likelihood of getting a double rare is 1 in 5 packs opened, but to get a mega hyper rare, it's 1 in 1,260 packs, which puts the chance of getting one at 0.08% when cracking a pack. So yeah, good luck catching them all. But with added rarity comes added value, with mega hyper rares going for upwards of $450 and unlike in 1996, there is a massive resale market now giving tangible value to these cards. Now, I'm not trying to say super rare cards are bad, or that Pokemon is the only TCG doing this, but I would like to look back at how gambling was defined earlier. So a prize of money, or something of value, offered or won? Yep. A person paying money or valuables to participate? Yeah. You gotta buy the pack for a chance to get the rare cards. And an outcome involving chance? Yeah, 100%. Just a quick side note, I feel like I can see people commenting, but you don't need to buy packs to participate, you can buy the cards you want outright, which yeah, is true, but just like how there's other ways to make money other than playing on a slot machine, it doesn't mean the slot machine isn't gambling. The prize doesn't have to be exclusive to the activity. Now, if an adult wants to spend their time and money purchasing booster packs in the hope of getting rare cards, that's completely fair enough. It's what I built this channel around. But it feels pretty dirty having card games being basically one step removed from slot machines, which at least in Australia are limited to 18 plus individuals. And Australians spend more money per person gambling than any other country. And there's definitely a similar debate surrounding loot boxes in video games, which allows you to spend real money for a chance to get good items in-game. Lots of countries have regulations on how they operate, and countries like Belgium have a complete ban on them, which is ironic seeing that the company Cartamundi, which is the manufacturer of most major TCGs including Magic, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, has a home base in Belgium. There just seems to be a bit of discrepancy between how people view loot boxes and how they view booster packs, but at least to me they're basically the same conceptually, but where they vary is how tailored the experience is. There are studies to show a correlation between loot boxes and problem gambling, which seems to affect at-risk individuals more. There's evidence for this both in adults and older adolescents, but when the studies were replicated with booster packs, they found no statistical correlation between in-store purchased booster packs and a slight correlation to online purchased ones with problem gambling. This study was done on adults and it might show that access is a big factor in it developing into an addiction. Both studies are pretty interesting, so I'll link them in the description if you want to learn more. Plus I'll put any other sources down there for my research for this video. But when looking into this, I could only find one substantial journal article about trading cards and gambling, and even with that, it seems to have a few issues with how the data was collected, as they found their participants through Reddit threads and had them complete the short surveys online. Plus there were issues with having a diverse group as 90% of the participants were male, though that might reflect who's spending money on card games. Gambling in general plays on our brain's reward system, giving us a dose of dopamine, which is the chemical released whenever we feel any type of pleasure. So when gambling, we get a dose when we win, but also when we nearly win. This leads people who have a predisposition to addictive practices to get hooked on the highs and chase them, which is one big issue with loot boxes, as the experience of opening with the sounds and visuals have been heavily tailored to maximise this dopamine release. And with constant, almost instant access, it makes it very easy for people with addictive tendencies to get hooked on them. So even though these card games play on the same chance of reward as purchase, they aren't anywhere near as tailored an experience. This, plus the slightly lessened access, is why loot boxes are significantly worse than booster packs. And again, I don't think gambling's terrible for adults, and I don't think children shouldn't be able to play these card games. I loved going to Pokemon League events to compete as a kid and learning to play Magic with my dad. I just think it's important to be aware of these companies using addictive tactics to prey on children, which normalises unhealthy habits in youth which could develop into bigger issues later in life. And I wish I had a good solution to this, but I don't. So I guess all we can do is buy more packs, sell our belongings, body and souls to afford them, because that $1 million card must be so close, and once you feel that high you just gotta chase it until you're broken and homeless, with only a thin layer of shiny cardboard to keep you warm, and then, and only then, can you die happy. For real though, if anyone needs help with gambling addiction, there's a link at the top of the description to Gambling Help Online. They can help support you, or most countries have local organisations to help as well. There's nothing to be ashamed of about working to better yourself. Everyone's got problems. And with that said, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for your time. Please like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what your thoughts are when trading card games and their similarities to gambling. Peace!